So, how big is your window of tolerance? If you don't know what a window of tolerance is, I'm going to tell you. I'm Kathy. I'm the owner of Monarch Therapies. I am a trauma therapist and NLP trained therapist. And you can reach me and my team at our website. You can call, you can text, you can fill out a contact form. Look forward to hearing from you. Okay, so let's talk about the window of tolerance. That's that's where our nervous system stays regulated. We all have a window of tolerance, and sometimes our window might be a little bit small, and sometimes it might be bigger. And when we live within the window of tolerance, that just means that we're able to regulate our moods, our reactions in a healthy way. Sometimes, though, we go outside our window of tolerance. And that might look like when we have a reaction of everybody's kind of heard of fight or flight, right? Fight or flight. I like to say you're either going to take down or you're going to take off. Now, there's also freeze reaction. Freeze reaction, a lot of people understand the word dissociation. Freeze is when you take yourself out of the situation, kind of disconnect in order to deal. And then there's fawn, which is, in a nutshell, people pleasing. So we have fight, flight, freeze, fawn. And oftentimes, we will go there when we have something in our environment that's triggering us. A trigger can be anything: people, place, situation, smell, anything that engages one of your senses that has your subconscious, unconscious brain connect the dots back to something that you've experienced. Okay. And so when that happens, we experience a trigger. Our brain does a little scan of all the files in the back of our brain and says, do we know this? Do we know this? We know this. And it looks like, what did we do the last time? What worked? I'm using air quotes because just because it worked doesn't mean it's healthy. It just means the reason it worked is because we're still here to talk about it. So that's what a reaction is. What worked in the past. And if in the past it caused you to have a fight or flight response, oftentimes our first reaction is to go right back there. Have you ever overreacted and then caught yourself and said, what's that about? Yeah, same. And that's our nervous system that's reacting to what we know. I'm going to talk in future videos about how to regulate our nervous system a little bit better. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of an overview and that window of talk about the window of tolerance, because the goal when we regulate our nervous system is to help us stay within the window of tolerance. We're going to have ups and downs. We can have a fight or flight response and still stay in the window of tolerance. That might look like, instead of full on fight, it might be advocacy. That's a great fight response within that window of tolerance. A flight response and staying in the window of tolerance could be like, well, when you just step outside to get some fresh air, and then you come back in once you regulate. A freeze response that could be healthy, staying in that window of tolerance, is when you realize after a hard day that you just need to sit back, sit on the couch for about 5 minutes, take a breather, disconnect from the world, and then you come right back. That's the key. When we are in our window of tolerance, we are able to pause, give ourselves what we need, and come right back to life. So I want you to think about, how big is your window of tolerance? How do you stay in your window of tolerance? And maybe, what does your fight, flight, freeze, and fawn reactions look like? Just start to notice so that you can continue to build that awareness, make your window of tolerance just a little bit bigger, and have some healthy regulation. If you'd like to talk about this further, happy to have that conversation. Just go to our website, text, call, fill out a contact form. I look forward to hearing from you. As always, I see you. I love it. I'll talk to you later.